Welcome back, my friends, to another budget deck guide. We haven't done one of these in a little while. Today we are going to be trying to recapture the power and the glory of the bounce deck before the nerf in the previous patch cut the collector in half. We are trying to wring as much power out of our old reliable Pool 1 and Pool 2 carries in Angela and Bishop. Both of these cards benefit from multiple cards getting played down to their location, and that's exactly what this deck tries to capitalize on by using either Beast or Falcon. I don't have Falcon, we're running Beast. The optimized list is going to run both, but we're still able to build a successful deck with only one of these Supercharger Pool 3 cards. The optimized list has both Beast and Falcon, and then it actually cuts the collector. In his current state, he's not as powerful as adding in the Human Torch, Iron Fist, and then Cloak to be able to get a little bit of movement synergy in there. That's another Pool 3 card we don't have access to, so we are bringing the collector back, and in that deck space, that open space that we have, we are mashing in elements of the Zoo deck because it synergizes so well with trying to play all of these low-cost cards with on-reveal abilities and then repeatedly play them after having recalled them with Beast. If you have Falcon but not Beast, you can substitute him in there, and I believe the deck is still going to function just fine for you. This is a monster of a card. On reveal, return your other cards at this location to your hand. They cost one less. So this is both a way like Wong and Odin to be able to get double effect on powerful on-reveal abilities, and it's an energy cheat, which is what really puts this deck up and over the top. Our game plan is to lay down Angela, lay down Bishop, and then burst onto the board with all of our 1-drops with on-reveal effects, use Beast to recall them, get repeated casts on these, and then set up Kazar to be able to get a global buff going. We are still running the collector here. He is fairly energy efficient. We can get him to around 5 or 6 strength, which is good for a 2 cost, so we are including him here. He feeds off of Beast. He's also feeding off of here Agent 13 and the Hood, which I know is another Pool 3 card. If you don't have the Hood, you can plug and play any 1 cost with an on-reveal ability, whatever you feel like is going to give you good effect in the meta. Top picks to me would be something like Rocket Raccoon, Mantis, or Yondu. We're also running Black Widow here for a little bit of control, but you can easily sub her out for either Mojo or Scorpion. I'm probably favoring Mojo here as the sub-in, and honestly, he could be better than Black Widow even, but I like the little bit of extra control and I'm playing around with how it works. My full deck list is up above. If you want to talk specific card substitutions, you can leave a comment down below. I read all of those, and I love responding to you guys. Let's get into battle, and let's see how the deck can play out. Opening draw with Korg, Elektra, Black Widow. We see Kleintar, and we get Agent 13. We're going to give him a rock as early as we can, give him more chances of actually drawing the useless rock, trying to break up some combos there. He's got Yellow Jacket, Sunspot. Yellow Jacket tells me that it's probably Lockjaw. I don't know, I don't usually see Yellow Jacket at all. Maybe he hasn't got Wasp yet, but he's still trying to play Lockjaw. Very interesting to me. We can capitalize on Sunspot being here with Elektra, but first, we'll play Black Widow. Give him a little bit of control here. We get Angela. It's interesting to me that it seems the favored version of cards now is foiled, but gray. And I don't quite understand it. I mean, it looks okay, but it wouldn't be my first choice. So here we play Elektra. We want to get Agent 13 down, and then we want Iceman down, leaving opening spaces to be able to get another couple combos for us. The free Kazar is throwing off our energy curve, but I mean, getting your most expensive card down for free has to be the best option. The deck is extremely cheap. We need Beast to get us to replay things to really be able to outrun our opponent here. What do we get out of X-Mansion? Oh, we get a Bishop for free. That's amazing. They get an Onslaught. I don't know if they're going to be able to make use of that. I feel like this is kind of the modern Sera variant that we're seeing right now. I will use Beast. Yeah, we'll use Beast to bounce these guys back. We have plenty of time to be able to play them out. Do I want to play Kraven for nothing? Well, it's not technically for nothing. It does empower the Bishop, so maybe we do. Let's pull everybody back. It will discount everybody, so Kazar's only going to be a 3, and then the 1-drops are completely free. Also, when cards are recalled to hand, they will maintain their power. So if you are bouncing Angela, she doesn't reset. You can play her down and then keep keep on scaling her. And she honestly is one of the reasons that people like splashing in the movement flavor, because then you can do something like play down Iron Fist, play down Human Torch to Angela's location, buff Angela, kick her, kick Human Torch to the other side, leave an open lane to keep on buffing the Angela. Do I want to run against them in Sakar? I don't know, I feel like that's a bit of a losing battle. I can just play Bishop over here, and then, yeah, Elektra, hang on. Is she going to get to kill the Nightcrawler? When are you going to move the Nightcrawler, my friend? I would love to know, but I don't have to play her yet. I can wait. Moves to center. Okay. Scorpion will debuff our hand. It's gonna be close. I'm curious if they have anything to get empowered by the Onslaught. If they're running Zola. Zola's very interesting. But I don't think I have enough time to make good use of it. I'm flipping first, so Elektra's not going to be worth anything. That's unfortunate. But we will be able to play like so. If I play Angela and Elektra, they just retreat?
Victory.
They must not have had the juice at the very end to be able to counter our double bishop. We were going to be able to fill the board, keep on buffing the bishops, try and put as much strength to Kleintar as we could. 3 cards in hand. Yep, something must have bricked for them. Well, a great game. Even though we didn't get the perfect combo, we didn't have Angela early enough to really activate her. Getting the other bishop for free made up for that for us. If you guys enjoy, especially the budget deck list series of videos, let me know down in the comments so I can direct future videos because I've been really excited about all the Pool 3 collections that I've made, and a lot of my decks end up really leveraging a larger Pool 3 collection. But I can also enjoy making these budget deck lists and coming back to the old favorites of Kazar. I think that we're making great use of them here. Do I want to... Iceman opening... I mean, Iceman opening is one of the most disgusting things. Hit them immediately. Try and break up a combo. Try and get Beast to replay him soon. We get X-Mansion yet again. I feel like, have you guys noticed this? That locations seem to come in bunches, that you will frequently get back-to-back games with a specific location. Is that just perception bias, or do you guys see it too? Is it just me? Now we've played down a lot of our 1-drops. I would love to be able to get Beast to reset this block. And we're gonna go Bishop. Devil Dinosaur here I feel like is one of the weak links of the deck currently. I'm running him because I don't know what else to bring into place. You could run an Iron Man for a little bit more power. Also, if you have another kind of 6-drop finisher that you want to leverage, you could bring that in. We get Atalan for an immediate reshuffle. That helps us a lot because we were running out on tempo. We got Colossus, which is hilarious because it counters the Spider-Woman, and Bishop will still be able to scale up. But we also lost our Demon, which makes me feel pretty bad. Let's play Angela, and then I'll drop the Collector, I suppose. 5 cards in deck. Make one of them Beast, and make him soon. If I can get Beast in, get all of these cards back, I think we'll be in a great spot. Sunspot, that's the opening for Elektra. Ooh, he's putting a lot of power onto it as well. And we get the Demon. I'll play Demon on center. And I'll play Devil Dinosaur onto Angela is not great, but it's not terrible. We're looking at a final play of Elektra to silence that Sunspot. Oh, but I should have played it now. I forgot about Mindscape. We're going to lose it all to Mindscape. But that's interesting. That's very interesting because I'm going to get his hand, which could be larger because of Devil Dinosaur. Maybe Devil Dinosaur is okay here. I still feel like Elektra would have been great, but then I wouldn't have been able to play Devil Dinosaur, and then the opponent would have gotten Demon. Okay, thinking about it now, I don't think we necessarily made an enormous blunder, but it doesn't feel great to give him the Elektra. What's the Elektra going to be able to kill? It's going to be able to kill my Demon. That is a pretty big swing. But the alternative is I kill his Sunspot, and then he gets to play my Demon. So it's kind of trashy options all around. Especially with this hand that he just gave me. Oh, disgusting. Do I want to play Doc Ock? I feel like I don't. I'm expecting an Elektra to kill the demon, and then he drew something else. So I could play, I think I just play Kazar here on left to get the buff onto this block. A little bit of a buff to the bishop. It's interesting. I wish I had some other some other card just to be able to play, but this guy got hit by, well, he got hit once. Yeah, he's normally 3. I wouldn't have been able to play him anyway. Okay. I don't want to snap, but they retreat again? Oh, he must have really hated that hand. Whatever he drew must not have really comboed with. Maybe he drew a 6-drop, and then he couldn't play the Elektra, because otherwise Elektra was a high-value card to hand over to him. All right, this hybrid Zoo plus Bounce deck is working phenomenally well for us so far. I actually think that as a budget version, it's not that much behind the quote-unquote optimized list, but here's a beautiful opening hand for us. Bishop, Beast. Atalan is going to make things weird, though. Very weird, because we're going to lose Beast. Normally you want to play Beast on turn 4, on turn 5. This time we're not going to have a great opportunity to do that, it looks like. But I will set up Collector, and then Bishop. And then see what we draw into, honestly. Iceman, if you had been just one turn flipped over. But Super Flow will let us get away with some options here. Fantastic. So we play Bishop for sure. Then let's play Iceman here on left as well. We get the cost increase. It's not that effective because then it's getting put back into his deck. He might not even draw the card that we just hit. But I feel like that's still our best option for this turn. Invisible Woman, hey, so it's a Hela deck? It has to be a Hela deck. Beast, no! Alright, what do we like? Honestly, we like the hood here. We could play Angela, Black Widow, Hood fairly happily, even though it's cutting off the super flow. Our deck's energy curve is so low that we can get away with this kind of play. We'll be able to play Kazar later on. I am worried, though, the opponent being able to put down all these enormous bodies with Hela at the end. Hela's an inconsistent deck, and that's one thing that this deck does have going for it, is that it's extremely consistent. All the cards are just valuable on their own. They're very low energy curve, so it's just very efficient plays all around. And then as long as you're able to get some energy onto your big carries, they can do excellent work for you to be able to keep up with the opponents. Let's play Agent 13 early-ish, because I want to be able to see what she will create, potentially combo with the demon later. At this point, Beast is not going to help us. Destroyer, that's not going to fit in the game plan. If only Isle of Silence was. What's the one that cuts off the on reveal? I'm not thinking of it now. I'm not thinking of the location, but if it had been the location that stops the on reveal ability, oh, we would be doing so much better. All right, how do we play the end game here? Well, I think it's just put a little bit of extra onto Angela, a little bit of extra on Isle of Silence. We get a trickle of buffs, putting Bishop up to 10. And we'll call it here. It looks like the opponent found their Hela to keep on playing to Invisible Woman here, so I don't have high hopes. But Hela is a slot machine. She can still snub you. Alright, Lady Sif. That's the Infinite. That's bad. Blade. Ebony Maw. That's bad. It's all terrible. But we still win Atalan. Nah, they found it. Basically, if they had stacked both of these summon cards on the same location, we would have been fine. This is where maybe replacing Devil Dinosaur with Shang-Chi would make sense. It wouldn't necessarily have helped us there, but against decks with really big bodies, it's hard for you to be able to overcome them. Shang-Chi is a great equalizing feature. Agent 13, Korg, Black Widow, Bishop. Bishop is going to have to be our ambassador to the Space Throne. We'll see how that goes for us. We don't have a great card to play to the Space Throne. But Bishop should be able to put some pressure on there. The hub, what's it going to give us? A Jubilee. And here is Beast. Fantastic. We'll play Black Widow for a little bit of control here. Set up Bishop, and then start into our play. If I can get Quake. So, this is what the opponent got out of the hub. Did you plan on playing it here and then shuffling Space Throne, or did you just not have another play? I'm going to assume that that wasn't a misplay because Quake has to be played to the center location to take her effect. I'm going to assume that's what the opponent wanted to do. Okay, protecting everything on center. So the opponent has played armor. This means they could quite likely be playing a destroyer deck, which scares me because Bishop is not going to be able to outrun the destroyer. He's just not. We could play Jubilee here to Mer Island, try and burst a little bit and start catching up on those buffs. Lockjaw. I'm surprised they would put Lockjaw here where they can only add one more card, and now I'm really confused as to what their deck is supposed to be with armor in here. Is Lockjaw ongoing? Is it some kind of ongoing buff shenanigans? No, he's not ongoing, he's just text. Alright, well, beats me. We'll play Iceman, Beast, Agent, save an open spot to get Kazar in here, and see how the game finishes up. Unfortunate that Jubilee pulled Elektra to no effect. That's one of the weaker possible plays. I was really hoping for Angela. But we also haven't seen what the opponent is going to be able to run up against the Bishop at Space Throne. Ironheart buffs the crew. Lockjaw shuffles it away. Shows Sunspot, which would have been so much better for our Elektra to be able to kill. I'm still... I don't understand why the opponent plays armor. Is really what I don't understand. What I'm miffed about. Agent 13 creates Morph. Interesting. I don't think we have any hope of catching up here, so we're going to focus on winning the hub, if that is possible. But Devil Dinosaur might be just the ticket. And then I can play something like Korg and Iceman. Of course, we can play one more, which gives one more buff on the Bishop, but it takes 2 away from Devil Dinosaur. We're in a tight spot. We're adding 3 here, taking you up to 9. That's respectable. If we tie, like if they play a Chavez, we're going to lose out because of how far away Mer Island has gotten from us. But it could be interesting. Odin, sure. Wasp, I don't... Okay, well, I guess he knew that Odin playing the Space Throne was likely going to get overshadowed by Bishop. But here, the Devil Dinosaur actually comes through. After my talk this whole time has been about, oh, I could replace Devil Dinosaur with this or that. Being an 8 strength body here at the end, after Agent 13 has created a bunch of cards, and the Beast recalled a number of cards into hand, we got the buffs that we needed. Really, the dream here is that you play Hood earlier, and then you take the -2 back in hand, and he provides +2 to Devil Dinosaur, but in this game it still came together. Here is the deck list in all of its glory. I've had a ton of fun playing around, trying to optimize my budget version here, playing around with what cards I have to be able to make it work, and I am very happy with the list as it comes together. It's very flexible. You can adapt it quite easily to what you have in your collection and what you want to be able to bring to counter things happening in the meta right now. Sunspot is absolutely everywhere, so we play Elektra. If big bodies start to appear everywhere, you can play in Shang-Chi. You can keep on moving things around quite easily to be able to get the list that you want. I've had great results climbing with this on ladder. It's a very consistent deck. Subscribe to the channel if you want to see when the next deck list video comes out, just like this one, and you can let me know down in the comments if you'd really like to see a focus on the budget deck list video series. Till next time, thank you guys for watching, and have a good one.